in a brand new year, 2023. Winyankopon Adumunti. After 2022, we have gone through it, and here we are. Adumunti. Yet I see your own kwa. No Winyankopon Edi and that's what I say Edi Amaya say after 2023. Things will be fine, things will be good. Until we are hopeful. But it will be a official pa. I'm hoping that you had a good time during the Xmas. I'm hoping that you spent quality time with loved ones and friends. I'm hoping that you're able to travel. I'm hoping that resolutions are here for the year 2022. By the time the year came to an end, you had been able to fulfill some of them. 2023, so many resolutions. I didn't make any of those resolutions because normally it turns out I say I am unable to fulfill most of these resolutions I make for myself. But I told myself I will commit to things of God. I don't know about the resolutions you made for the year 2023. I'm praying that God will grant you the strength to fulfill these various resolutions. I'm hoping so Nyankopon be my hoden. I'm hoping so Nyankopon ebe ma yen eni swade hunu nyina abamu. I'm hoping so Nyankopon na nkasa be di enim kan na wa mana sobofo eni akọ wo mani aba asomdwemu. I know a lot of us are still in the holiday mood. Na celebrate. Ni nyina mu na ye car driver for, ni nyina mu na ye car passenger for. Se mo mi ndie huni throughout this Xmas period no and as a new year, bring any nyina na ya sheda antia semboni biasa. Ni nyina a kire se ye tie afutu an free National Road Safety Authority for and what Eddie Ebrand pay. Ye mo bi ya akwaba medin and simulation. Sam ya kopem na idea. Ebe mo modern na yede the ubo enkrata no artificial ni bi abroman for and pay most of them are on break and yede one more online website stories are more ekin kind of and no any yede abroman for you na jembe na afi no yede road safety kakra atwaso yede trains kakra atwaso na ebom modern na afi no yede sports updates so abroman for ejumedi no ni abo ransom senimum so obakaya time prices of goods and services issued to a cost no na bebre na kasa because transport fares akosro bebre na omo kasa because city na hoden aba from ni entia but every December mo abepem enne city no anya hoden trotro ebo akofom anase transport fares akofom enti aden enti na normal bo no quest bebi a ejina ejina yakobronya yaba city no are appreciated. Transport fares are conform, and yet the prices of food, goods, and services edasu ejina, baby ejina. Adenti and ejina. Have we lost control of the economy and now since all these macroeconomic indicators seem to be doing well for us? And then you be the enkomo ejimedi so na fe abon continent ahwechi afe 2022. And over and of course why person ye kai na yebise ho se ede na siye na ede na betimi asesa ede afiri ho we nyina agua pono so na prayer ba de happy morning show no ebre adofo anopai awojumedi no eso ye na ne ho na afi no yemfa road safety tidbits kakra embre manfo na yembo modern na yemfa headlines of the newspapers no ento aso all right entino yento aso na yemfa headlines of the newspapers no embre omanfo anopai. And welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. As I said, Saturday day, your day headlines on the newspapers in the before. But even before that, na your ball adova phone na koko set mumi di huni kwan so. And because of Hamatan inti a ball bebre NSC kwan so. If you're driving around this time, na say enfan so free Eastern region hodom and na eba onam kwawu areas hodom na minia obonze a bona esi na ano den papa. Yeah, it's in mountainous areas na pamocho. You're driving a moment you're careful na so your lights and fences so that whilst we are driving, other vehicles might also see and I'm kind of so a bonny be honoma and no din papa every area so no into an hour for yesterday more drive here more lights more so na more from mine na mon drive at a pace in him says kobase bibi impo ekosia mo betimi have control over the vehicle no ma preserve amount for and so enkwa seat belt no ehun ehia pa enti yesere mo a driver for mo nyina yembo seat belt passengers mo yembo seat belt na afei no ene last day ye de gi ani ewofie ni de when you say I be na twitwa bis kakra ebekoso yeah ebeko beach yeah ebeko abonten na okonom kakra mesrew when you drink don't drive and we dey any dey mo a mama yembo ye ho ban e wo kwa so anopai yento aso yema ye ho akwaba embra dwumadi no eso fati anapa so makwa aba
meje so
impom ti say
nyame ado
edemase tese odi yakwa aba afia ye wremu obi ade odo obi ade efensen peace
what's the end
and I second day in the year
baby who need to for ne ahwefo kasa what's the end that I den
eda ye hiemu asadofo Amos,
what did he say?
Munzumi man,
Asembe no kan. O say and then the last day omudiji omunimebwa. Kese ye nom de eji eni enye yi.
Oh, na say ye for aba kwaji wedi. Yeah. I mean can say me chiro. And about this time, na me to be boom because na me bomb is at you know 2-3 no about 3 send ya me aso send me me adwedwe me ho ansa no baba but akoye 2 ankoye 3 it is send ye ne fa sa
there akoye 2
ankoye 3 but no Paul ku hot oh
yes that is send ya 2023 hot adaje ni poso
wow
yes
hot
adaje
just
say more fire
Amos you bet me a table no kakra
oh yeah
I'd
really like that because
I mean so across so now
yeah I really like that yes
and up the atade na top no na mu hu I know shit pa
2023 the year of Ethiopia better be catch you
Mungamu but it's good to see you in the new year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Many happy returns.
Na bring the course.
Oh, nyame adom. As I told you, the reason for the season, we were able to observe that. And yeah, amo amko chele, amo chele. Yen so ye nim say, yawu Yesu amaye. Ye nim say the
essence of the season.
Yes, wawu amaye no. What we need to do with it, no so. Yeah, yes.
Well, it will be on so na shifia ye dwene ho ani de say normally nka me kwa me kodura am treat me say prince but time say me kodura na normal dane
no abadana nkwa
this is abadana slim it's a trip with there my enjoy
that's nice
na na before mama bintuma mam bom ho modern bronya ama moni aketwa
I'm so glad. Madam Asibebre.
Manyade.
Yeah. Bodini bim.
Na nedufua. Any mama bintuma. Manyade.
I salute you.
Manyade.
You are the real MVP.
Last day I maybe bana kusi ya ma kasa ekọ kitchen am ye nice soup bia.
And no kran nanke ho here.
No. Tika me fa bi fi hon maba. Ba me ha aka ne ba wo so sentiment mi amfa mba. But ye mobu bia akwaba eba dwumedi ni so. Yema obibia akwaba na ede Nyankopon asense se wode afi wode ache na wode den so wode ache enim se 2022 as a brand as a show ebebo ye homoding with improvement on our research, with improvement on resource persons, with improvement on views I express it, and with improvement on position on matters. When we say happy morning show there, what do we feel in a 200 say asem no etwako nifa ebetwako etwako bongunzo ebetwa akọ aha yenim MPP yenim NDC o maga na ho adwene ena da yakoma pono suntia dan nyina no yede ebetina hanom sei enti we fide nti ho a kan hu ne say aha wonti MPP adwene wonti NDC adwene obeti Ghana adwene fati yen hyase na yembowura aye your website www.happyghana.com na info stories na ebi embro man for anapay wo happyghana.com stories no ebi enie for 2023 I feel now at the EBA you
indicted DVLA officials in trouble over corrupt deals and no ewo honum Saso and a 19 ECG transformers stolen in 2022 in Tema. Dead whale washed ashore at Tema Beach and no Ewohonum and Arehusema Ebetoja Pope Benedict dies at 95 and no Ewohonum. Kaswa robbery, 3 suspects smoked out, please hunt for 1 more and no Ewohonum. 4 arrested for smuggling cocoa beans to Togo and also Ewaha. So, and 44 fires recorded on Christmas Day, Tema tops all, and also Ewo Honum, and a Minister Defense AICC construction and as a reconstruction plan. NHIA supports 3 health facilities. Female MTTD corps interdicted over 10 city bribe. We na a year stories are oko a year daily guide anopeya. Ubetumi enyebi akai.
Yemfa stories in free your website and so embrado for stories no ebi any soldiers allegedly brutalized masquerader in Takrade. Executive Presbytery of AG Ghana meets ex-President Kufuor. And I remember to lend helping hand to those in need this Xmas. President Kufuor and Brazilian football legend Pele dies at 82. May he so rest in perfect peace. And also Honum. And final story say police recovers Meek Mills's phone. Suspect arrested. Hiablo tours. Happy 98.9 FM and YFM dying with children from Frafaha Foster Home. And also Honoma. Omanfo betimi akenkan ebie ene aye 2nd January ene enyume 7 pepepe ekwesika wotena so wabra wode enyumpa emu odin afei programmer emu ohyepa no wode ebro omanfo on Happy 98.9 FM and yetu safro sanope obehia ekwesika at exactly 7.
Daily Graphic. Ghana to review existing COVID-19 measures to avert further outbreaks. Agric Minister appeals to Thai investors to invest in Ghana's rice sector. Finance Minister laws Jospong Group's decision to invest in rice sector. Resume work in 2023 with renewed vigor. ICU to workers. SASO and we will continue on path of economic emancipation, accelerated development. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and Eka. Nigel Gazy and his New Year prophecies from Republic of Umofia to the Republic of Yempenokore and also Ewo Honum. So and may this new year open the pathway and bring us to the cusp of building the Ghana we want. Former President John Dramani Mahama, a New Year message of the Baye. Nigel Foundation Goa told 2nd Street Love campaign and also Ewo Honum. It may be dangerous for leaders to stretch patience of Ghanaians. NDC4 Enekasa Asemwe. Tema, dead whale washes ashore. FDA cautions public against consumption. 3 Kaswa mobile money robbery suspects arrested. Street man who stole McMill's phone arrested by police. So and Friday afternoon accident on N1 and also Echo so Ewo Honoma Ninina a Daily Graphic newspaper no Ede Aba.
Yemfa Ghanaian Times almost stories and broman for sandbar blockade at Alo Anyanui and no Ewo Honum. Uphold journalistic standards. President Kufuor and Kasa Semno. Other stories and so any MOG wins Artist of the Year and Head of State Award Ghana scheme. President presents gold awards to 200 young winners and also El Honoma. A month for Ebitumi Akankan be Ghana spent 5.1 million at World Cup. One more at the Sports Minister and Funi at the Honum. Be security conscious during watch night service. Reverend Dr. Ayet Boafo and Kasa Semno. Takwa Inswam MP feeds 420 widows and also El Honum. And diaspora engagement policy in the offing. And also El Honoma. And I pay a month for Ebitumi Akinkan Ebi. Other stories and so any car power ship Ghana donates to Echoing Hills Orphanage ahead of the Yuletide. When you know our stories and pay Ghanaian Times at the Abrain.
The New Crusading is it New Crusading Guide? Chronicle newspaper Ediaba. GIS promises transformation through power digitalization and power digitization. Robert seized gold, 876,000 Ghana cedis cash from Reverend Minister at gunpoint. Petrol price likely to drop from 12 cedis 68 pesos to 9.50 cedis per liter on Monday. A year and then. So NIC direct importers to ensure imports locally. Self-employed allegedly swindles police inspector. And also ewo honoma ni nyinaa no wofa the Chronicle newspaper ubetumi enyebi akan.
Yɛnto so na yɛmfa stories in Free City Newsroom Embre Adofo. Now stories na ebi any provide OSP with necessary resources to fight corruption. Vitals Azim to government. Release capitation grant in full to schools. Edward to Finance Ministry. Mother and baby in critical condition after accident at Kaswa Toll Booth and Honum. Take economic conditions into account before charging fees. Chief of Staff to universities. And freight forwarders new rates take effect from January 1st. And no Honoma. Oman for which me I can be other stories and so a city newsroom. Ekufo Addo swears in gender minister and deputy into office and also so honum others and so any MPs demand urgent efforts to address on ending clashes in Boko. And democracy can't be sustained if majority of Ghanaians are jobless. I see it in Katia and Kasa 73. And stories on a city newsroom at the Abraham.
You call the new crusading guide. Improve condition of prisoners, Doma East MP to stakeholders. BOG procures 26,000 ounces of gold from Newmont, Africa. GES honors Bryce SHS as best private school in Ghana. We nina stories are the new crusading guide Anopeya Ubenyebi Akai.
Yeah, for stories in Free the custodian, the publisher, newspaper Anope. Now publisher stories and so ebi any Otabil declares 2023 as a year of gathering and no ewo honoma Anope omanfo ebi to me I can kind ebi other stories and so any HIV positive cases increasing among the youth. Dr. Ayisi Addo and Kasa Senon. US remains the most powerful country on earth in 2022. A call for unity and discipline. And this is also Agri Minister urges Thai investors to invest in Ghana's rice sector. And this is also and a military high command is working hard to deal with accommodation challenge. Major General Opon Pepra and Kasa Semno. And we any stories are. Oman for me, I can kind of be final one. Ghana will experience God's faithfulness this year. Archbishop Ajunasari and Ekasa into we and the stories are Oman for me, I can kind of publish up one more website.
City Newsroom provide OSP with necessary resources to fight corruption. Vitals Azim to government. Release capitation grant in full to schools. EduWatch to Finance Ministry. Mother and baby in critical condition after accident at Kaswa Toll Booth. Take economic conditions into account before charging fees. Chief of Staff to universities. Freight forwarders new rates take effect from January 1. No ewo honum. So and other stories are ubenya ewo hanum. I say democracy can't democracy can't be sustained if majority of Ghanaians are jobless. We are a government of ideas and transformational in our approach. Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia. Burkina Bay authorities now at ease with Akufo-Addo's Wagner comment. We've built more projects than any government since independence. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Ekaya, don't incur the wrath of Parliament with illegal fees. MP to universities. NPP organizes Thanksgiving service prayer for successful 2023 primaries. Let harness different views, perspectives for the Ghana project. President Akufo-Addo and Ekaya Ubenyasa stories ewo City Newsroom.
Well, my name is any local story other than that.
Made Google News
okay. All right.
So Google News anopeya stories are ubenya ewo ahanom akan ebi eni. me answer.
All right.
My dear name.
Yo, my main phone and tip. Yemfa a stories and free a CNN.com embre or mum for na anopay. O share a CNN.com one more website stories no any Russia's startling moves in Ukraine. Leave Europe wondering what's next. I know I mean kind of being Russia's startling moves in Ukraine leave Europe wondering what's next. I know Moscow's reputation has taken a hard knock. Now Europe must wrestle with how to handle a weakened giant. I know Zelensky says Russia waging war so Putin can stay in power until the end of his life. I know absolute nightmare as passengers stranded in Manila airport. And McCarthy commits to key concession in push to be next U.S. House Speaker. And also major incident involving 2 helicopters in Australia, first responders say. And how investigators homed in on the Idaho murder suspect. And also and a final story. Canada is banning some foreigners from buying property. We stories are and I pay CNN at the Abrain.
Reuters News. Residents of Oron Shoki have seen their share of violence, but an art event is using dance to tell stories. So in Morocco to ban arrivals from China over COVID-19 surge. At least 9 people, including a 10-year-old boy, suffocated to death as crowds rushed to see New Year's firework display, got stuck in a narrow corridor in a shopping mall near Uganda's capital. Sasso Ena, hailing from Zimbabwe, 36-year-old, says he wants to educate locals and visitors like an African-flavored experiences with his unique ice cream. And also, Honum Sasso Ena, I know a stories are oko a Reuters anopeya. To me, NMP akai.
Into us name for stories in free BBC Ember Oman for and pay stories all BBC be in a former Pope's line in state begins at the Vatican. I know I will hope to not at what point do we say lie in state and then lay in state?
Story today.
Former Pope's line in state begins at the Vatican.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Because sometimes they say lay in state, sometimes they say lay in state.
Lay in state.
Yeah, sometimes
say laying in state. No.
Well, drone attacks on Kiev and eastern Ukraine. I know Lula is sworn in with promise to rebuild Brazil. Dozens escaped Mexican jail in deadly attack. And other stories ensue any cruise passengers stranded over marine growth on Hull. Third of world in recession this year, IMF head. And Kasa 728. And Anopay stories at CNN.com at the Abrain.
Lying in state is a tradition in which the body of a deceased official, such as a head of state, is placed in a state building, either outside or inside the coffin, for people to pay their respects.
Okay.
Maybe, you know, what they
Never word and into us.
the word and ever to us.
Okay.
And if you try to even do lay in state, it still gives you
The
lying
lie in
state. So
yeah, because I also checked and then the lay in state brings me back to the lie in state.
Exactly. So that's the right one.
Anyway. Well, before sending maybe a trim no see me in Paris. Paris.
Paris, and I'm brofu. I have French.
French.
Yes.
Sending no see me to say and almost saying multi million.
No.
And the multi.
I don't know. I think it's about America now. I don't know. Just that choose a side. Choose one. So you can't be saying that, and we are going to do the thing, and we are not. and no na oka slangs and now oka one what we can one I would baby and now oka slangs oka slangs I would baby and now oka choose a side
jollof with me the chicken kakashi with me beef kakashi
me ni mo bia o ye jollof or the chicken and beef afra ye jollof
me dey meeting
okay
meet me yes me can show from a chiro no me say English and you gari
that's what you are the one to be told
woman
and you gari na one mix it. I'm sure says a father and can as
I'm say ope eja ashe ne ho anopai me ma oja nso me ma oja eye by 2 o'clock obe hu level yet also na yemfa eye weather update Edinburgh Enfambra manfo hey ati cruise
fine pa
and so cruise no they are break
I am the papa so you see
and the cruise no say am I Ghana metro for esremu a here
they are busy enjoying the holidays. Statutory holiday must be observed as such, but you did Benwa yanko for COVID-19 update and to us a month for any abrea or more if you say by 15 December the numbers no edu baby edu mama emfa update no emra active cases 6 confirmed total cases 171,048 new cases 2 deaths 1,461 recoveries and discharge 169,581 na same COVID update no say Ghana Health Service omo ye den na omo enya information no
so cases are call hospitals medical facilities no and omo compiling
but same in all honesty at least minim nipa by 5 within the last 2 weeks minim someone tested positive for COVID omo ma ye nyina kra test ye ho ahwe because we had been in contact. But nipa sex no still omundu dashboard and so I don't and so it gives me the impression say a man for just some of the reports no
of course I mean the rate and normal they gather information it's not the same as it used to be at the time that the numbers were very very high. If the numbers are supposed to shoot up now, you will find that now the gathering of data would increase. But now I think we have all relaxed the protocols in the company who is checking to see if the protocols are being observed at the various public places at Econo. And nose masking and semi enihobium, hand sanitizer semi enihobium. And so I mean I don't think that the seriousness that was attached to it previously, as the same seriousness and that one more I attach it to this one. Herd immunity now is unyana da show na unyame now immune system need to me fight here. Then now you build the immunity for any next attack which may come.
Interesting.
But during the Christmas, they started to boost their vaccination drive exercise. Na Ghana Health Service started or more warm for COVID-19 vaccine and I'm hoping that people took advantage of the situation and more war panic yes, China a diomo papa send a good for send a warning signals to say and the Ghana Health Service must speak on the matter because traders should now be going back to China so more eco form normal ediabano and a montube and a buying A2 and mama yani enda honum na COVID-19 answer so I'm a guy.
That's true and yenyina say mostly no it do say Christmas near there a month for eje omani eni die no so no asa ene ehwehwi ne gathering na ekoso yenyina so yenim say contact etumi ema COVID-19 etumi eba enti no moma yenyina yenhwe ye ho yie menim say amanfo eda so omoji omani this week na ngasa na eni je nko a because holiday ba ko bi so esan ewo honoma ye be observe enti no obia enhwe ne ho yie se na ebe ya yaji eni ewie na abraso I say ekoye productive na unfortunately COVID edene ho agimama oje ho a enje a untimi nkoye adwuma enko peskangu bottom emfa enkushin enije a waje a year Christmas time in Imunina.
But on COVID-19
yes.
concerns and our reason, Sifa just sent me a link. Also, global resurgence of COVID-19, Ghana to review measures to avert further outbreak. We'll move on. Also, the Ghana Health Service has announced plans to review existing measures COVID-19 amid surge in cases in parts of the world. A December 1st, 2023 statement from the Ghana Health Service specifically mentioned a resurgence in China, stating that that coupled with Ghana's low vaccination rate makes it imperative to review existing measures. This situation calls for tightening and reviewing of existing measures to avert further outbreaks. Ghana Health Service and the Ministry of Health are critically monitoring the situation in consultation with key stakeholders. We will shortly come out with our country-specific measures to address the current threat of COVID-19, especially with respect to importation, the statement added. Into a information kakra Ghana Health Service for idea about on COVID-19.
And yes, I mean, and you know that would be it for me. A war a year
Yo, yenin komo na yedin komo na yeka nse jumedi e koso live on Facebook, Twitter, any Instagram. Obetimi abohwi na anope onso wako na wako hwe jumedi no ebie. But wo hwe no na onso so no odi wa fidie no odi pushi a link ne to other groups are also say your WhatsApp, say your Telegram, say your Facebook, say your Twitter, say your Instagram. Just share the link, share the link. Na adofo ensu ehu de e koso e wo honum. But ye bisa ehu say anye bia bronya no ye di ne sen. With the hope we had, say with fuel prices coming down, with the hope we had, say with the city gaining some strength against other international currencies, you know. Na yenim say den ya anomane bo no ebeba fom. Kosua yebeto, akokwa yebeto, pork yebeto, tomatoes yebeto, anwa yebeto, emo yene adofo edi bronya jollof, amoni stew, rice Ghana. Ni nyina no. How did it go for you? But it looked as if said prices aren't conform.
No, and I think that even before Christmas, or I think a few days to Christmas, we sat here and raised that topic. Good for even went on to appeal to traders. So among prices of goods and services. Parliamentarians bimu said domano ejimu, abaymu crofo domano ejimu. But I still maintained the position Anami was say, you do not expect somebody who has spent more on goods, so or better swama na koto price na initially or no. Especially within the short period of time. Perhaps 2023 between now and maybe March, and I think say if things are stable, we'll begin to see say enyama air kofum. Let's also not forget say your trend be on my cost to Ghana, especially the prices of certain things once they get up there, it stays. But some say cheaper there. It's a bit of a stretch. It can happen, yes, but it's a bit of a stretch, especially with what happened there. Amount for mobile feel say into some see and I say a sign coban is any a ban not may day I say it to me I share my shop anymore and I say I just make a bobby see a mana. Why not maintain where I am in case so that I'll be cushioned or I'll be in the middle. The next one I make a cough and if things are stable enough, perhaps bet me at so. So me, I do not believe in the calls to say amount for entity or monyomaso. And you might be ubet me at so. Sabi ebi a wokofa banche wokofa body same transportation na eya yedi ni nyina eka ho amo so anema yedi ni nyina aka ho say nu ntia na akosoro no transportation no at least omate so nti e ho no wobetumi ahwe na ode ate so what ma say but the nyama wakraba already made goods are wakraba wokra na at a certain price in a day. I don't think so.
I'll come to that position shortly. But Mr. Benjamin Yeboah and Ninkomo, ono NA Welfare Officer Emma Guta, and na Yemano official pana for Yemisano. The outlook for Yen as well mine since woman a day and Oman Bebre a day bomb. We say, Mr. Boy, good morning, official pa.
Good morning, sir. I've been coming train. Officer Senior Tinkom.
Amen. Na Bibia Bokode.
Yamiadum, young.
Yo, generally as traders, December na and what I'm saying.
Yo, me Fakwanya so be chia a tifo nyina me ma tifo nyina so fi shapa. Well, sene mo am ya aware. Ye currency no. Mo am sene it depreciated so quickly. And now you will say that the trend wasn't that normal. Am I in how I am acquire my take actions, baby. So soon, I think getting to the end of the year or so, you won't say that it depreciated after I started to say I appreciate it as quickly as it did when it was depreciating. And also, the way I call it, definitely no. It hasn't been easy because air conform now it was affecting the capital pa one once is so near my yepe we are beboka it's na nyama to two very high nipa to 2 minimum yama free outside especially imported goods no na body cost pa ba said the man so sikane say nya wode no na ama traders yeah basa because then no na obi enim say back down no be sustainable be scatter word in the big jira na ya take some length of time it's also so na ya maya a bit worried but all the same no most traders in business so adjust stay on prices no accordingly because definitely no obi wo wa na nyama no wo holiday answer the scanner I want in the years at from too much and so much just prices there's to forestall say in one cost so sana or moka those people no there scanner currency in yan what you know now there was room for them to also reduce their prices kakra they been more just prices or find them at the high cost at that time na difficult so bet to 2 million muscle but all the same at the port also you see since custom you show the current prevailing bank rate in the work duties in affect a cost of clearance and also bad form so maybe to me balance mana no mu the goods were high there, but the man duty was down. Also the balance kakra. Just to manage and see they also stay in the market. It's in a year generally it wasn't been easy, but we've been able to pull through.
Are we hoping to higher prices of more products and more about my imuno? Nebo ebeba from area January mo.
Well, it depends. Say to be order near mano. When the CD was around 14 there, it will be difficult to send it back. When you may or better susa, no, I don't know, and to be possible. But like I said, the currents of the goods, a bit affected the price, I'm a down, kakra. Oma be around, a place say around, just around November 18 December now. Scanning appreciate so say scanning be that or the orders I have any money ba and it's so currency low now a bit affected cost of clearance definitely goods to so they panel price will go down it's also better be affected the cost of the items so the thing now is sustainability the more currency now what the design the more you expect say prices will come down.
Now, there's a very important question, President Bisa. Now, the Bank of Ghana has been issuing rates on the internet. Then it's a very, very good rate, around 8 point something. But people tell us that when you go to the banks, when you go to the forex bureaus to go and buy, what the Bank of Ghana indicates is not reflective on the ground.
Yeah, in fact, getting to the end of the year, you will start training kakra. Maybe a Bank of Ghana be rated around 8 something. Maybe a call forex was a bit more around 10, 11. We saw that trend. We are here to monitor and see beginning of this year what is happening.
All right. Now, there's an important one. Just, I think, last week, and the Ghana Revenue Authority for Eddie statement by benchmark values, no discounts, and I'm more enjoying this. You see, one more Eddie free ho. Now, how is that going to impact your businesses as traders?
Well, yeah, maybe officially, the announcement that didn't come, but unofficially, we realized that we were seeing full first the values of our goods being calculated. That's what we saw. It may be now officially an announcement by, but we were not really seeing any discount to be out.
Interesting. Yo, yeah, the uncommon you've been asking for advice from the Ghana Health Service on COVID-19 seeing what is happening in the Far East, China, and other countries. And so far, more engagement with the Ghana Health Service, what have you been told? Seeing so one more the statement about you bet your monka on local steps are able to take as of mine.
Well, yeah, we all realize the way COVID it's emanated from China. Yuan, all the free, all countries, the devastating effects of COVID. Now, after some months, I won't say effects not back down. I'm almost everywhere in the world, restrictions are back down. But then for the past about a month to 2 months, you won't say China still COVID, sorry. Your figures, restrictions were then all of a sudden we hear each other okay. We see limited restrictions, almost into their country, and we found it ironic. Say, now I did the as I'm sorry, more answer restrictions. Then the question is other countries also be cautious. At least, you have to say Japan, say all the restrictions are to all travels from China. So definitely, since he also has on mind, we trade with China a lot. Then we are calling on the Ministry of Health, we are calling on Ghana Health Service. You have to be careful with travels from China. It is just wise to do that because, as I say, the way we've not heard from Ghana Health Service though. Maybe I don't be about a payment here, but we've not heard, and we are hoping say, I'm not whatever restrictions are also better. It's just to safeguard them. There's no business that is worth it. Definitely, Ghana Health Service should come out. They know what the step they are taking. We shouldn't be surprised. No, I mean we are here. Won't be down. We don't need to be told.
All right, Mr. Eboa, you better also pay when you do in Como and pay a wage media as well. We're still hoping we'll get some clarity as to the steps the Ghana Health Service intends to take with the happenings in China since and COVID-19 since a chassis na a free air bar. But now maybe I say, in telling a Gary board as was through. I didn't know as was through. I didn't engo ebo edaso wasro aden na banchi bo edaso ewosro aden na fish bo edaso ewosro aden na yem basic inuane a ya nkase edua ewo ma wese mu kubebo ewosro aden tia cost of transport abafom fuel abafom enti aden na de bondas wasro.
So Mr. I hope so you know that there is a challenge with fertilizer. There is a challenge with irrigation. There are challenges in Ketenketia, Nina, Ebe boom, affected the production of and some near mining some aye kanyaye. And you know, if Nipano, onya even access to fertilizer, Nasa choir or to me fast winya kakra ede farming no, ama bono equals romana. Obviously, on Bambete and your money so. Cost of transportation and kwa. And determine the prices of goods and services. Sometimes in a year, no, I tire because we don't want to go into the nitty-gritties of it. And so there are other factors that we are probably failing to look at. If ABA Nipano time na and your ma equal soropano, farm hunt I say say bia o ma 30 cedis a day and so yen into yen 50 cedis. So 50 cedis now we increase no. Onya emba mbete ho mfa so onwie yo. Enti on to me mfa mbete enema so emma. So I think that what we need is to give it a bit of time. Na yen hwe.
Well, I don't know, say if let me infer in Chebin Commodophobe because he just took me unawares and by surprise. Kofi Swabere, Kofi was a official live. I was Sefi Asare. So Kofi, it's good to know that you're following us this morning, and thanks for the prompt. Also, he's enjoying the conversation this morning. But I think the point is just what you made. But
since chairman for a new year, no?
Yeah.
Let me say hello and appreciate Abdurrahman Ghani. We tweeted at us. I'll say I live up north far in Tamale. I got up early to go to work, but there is no way I will not search and listen to your program through TuneIn Radio. Keep the good work.
Wow.
Abdul Rahman Ghani for watching us and are listening to us from Tamale.
Yeah.
Abdul,
we are grateful, sir, for joining and pay media also. But we would entreat traders kakra say yeah yitimi ekofa ye no mano yeah yitimi ekofa ye no mano at the time na ahoden abasidi ni mu no e mamu me nyere so to say one mo kofa at the time na sidi ni around 14 15 no ye hu senia broni wawufo no e beka kire say wo mo de 30 to 35% wo mo e ka kire wo mo.
And what did the people who actually sell down, what did they say?
But me Professor John Gachi ending komo anapay na yenje ni thoughts on the economy and its outlook, especially with pricing and the calls for the government to intervene with some price control measures. I was reading somewhere on the internet as well where an economist was advocating that we should take a look at that and that we should be taking these steps as soon as possible. Prof, it's good to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
Is there?
Happy New Year to you.
Oh, same to you, and many happy returns.
All right, Prof, we're talking about prices of goods and services in the country. The expectation of many was that with the cedi gaining some strength against other currencies and with the petroleum prices coming down, we would have seen some appreciable reduction in the prices of the products we purchase. But that's not been the case. What could be the cause?
The line is very bad.
Are you able to hear me, Prof?
Yeah, it's okay now.
All right, so I was asking about the prices of commodities. The expectation of many was that with the cedi gaining some strength against other forex, and then with petroleum prices coming down, would have seen some substantial reduction in the prices of these commodities on the market. But that's not been the case. What could be the attributable factor?
Well, there are a number of factors. One can say that the demand situation, which was not so robust in the season, contributed to that. So that is to a large extent. We don't know how the situation would be in the first quarter of this year. It is the expectation that if it remains the same, that will augur well for the economy. And I believe that the expectation of many. Also, international prices of crude oil are going down. So that also means that you do not need huge sum to be able to import. So that has also dampened the price direction. So it's only expected that maybe some of these factors remain the same or even go down further to also cause our demand pressures go down and give respite to the currency.
The interesting thing is that inflation is also climbing up with, petrol prices coming down, with cedi gaining strength. Can you try to help us make sense of why inflation is up?
I think the thing is that when depreciation goes down, it takes some few period for that to pass through to be affected positively by those items that are imports in nature. So we do not expect that the downward trend in depreciation or the appreciation of the currency will immediately lead to reduction in inflation. We even expect inflation to be up in December, but not so high as we saw in the previous month. And then if the depreciation continues, the appreciation continues, then we may see some downward trend in prices as we go along. But it doesn't happen immediately like that.
Interesting. Prof, my final two questions before we end the conversation. Generally, what do you think the Ghanaian economy's outlook would be like? Would we see progress or would we see a downward trend?
Well, the economy will still face uncertainty. We do not know whether we'll have an IMF program or not. We do not know when we even qualify, when the program will start. So all these things make the whole situation uncertain. We do not know whether fuel prices will continue to go down internationally. That will determine what our situation will be. So we are in for an uncertain economic environment. But after the first quarter, we may see the picture very clear, and then one can establish a statement that will be more befitting to the economy. But as carried forward from 2022, the economy is in distress. The economy is producing unemployment. The economy is harsh and is being felt across the board. That situation would not be off immediately, even if some variables have changed.
Prof, in ending our conversation, you brought in the angle of the IMF and our program that we intend to run with them. But there have been several variations to the original plan which we had with the IMF. There's been the exemption of the pensions fund. There's been the roping in of the individuals who were previously, exempted, individuals who have instruments with government, who were previously exempted are being roped in now. All these things, does it in any way put our plan with the IMF in danger?
Well, I think there are about 3 major conditions that should be met. I know that we have, to a large extent, announced freeze on employment. We have, again, approved all the revenue measures that was proposed. I think the most critical condition is the debt restructuring. And that is what we are waiting for, to see whether or not the debt restructuring will be acceptable to the IMF, given that pension funds are no more, given that some individuals are also agitating. So number one doesn't know whether the debt restructuring as proposed first is what is acceptable to the IMF, and the shortfall coming from the exit of the pension fund, whether or not it will be acceptable to the IMF or not. So that will be unfold as we go along. So I believe that is the only critical condition to meet.
Prof, we're grateful that you made time to speak to us this morning live on the Happy Morning Show.
Thank you.
And that's Professor John Gachi from the University of Cape Coast, sharing his thoughts with us on the economy and how it's performing, especially when it comes to the prices of goods and services, products on the market, that we thought that with the CDR appreciating over the period in December, we would have seen some appreciable reduction in the price of these commodities. Again, we're hoping the world market prices of petroleum products na eba from now would have seen same being reflected in the prices of products but I know any day our markets as well. We should still brace up for tough times in the year 2023. We share IMF. No, if you look at the IMF's projections, they tell us a lot of countries across the world are going to go through recession. A lot of countries across the world are going to go through recession. And Fatih, for instance, we are told that there was going to be a fund, and that this fund was going to go to the aid of insurance companies. This fund was going to go to the aid of fund managers. It will go to the aid of banks in this country. But what's happening with Data Bank? The number of calls we have received from people whilst we were off duty about numerous calls to Data Bank. So I ask myself, if you told us.
But Sammy, they said there was going to be a fund.
Yes.
I didn't hear anywhere that said the fund is functional or the fund has been set up and is functional into start. I think that that information came when?
Which we were told
that they are going to set up a fund that is going to cushion some of these financial institutions and investment companies.
The budget reading.
Which was when? In what month?
Oh, that was December last year.
December?
Yes.
December? Yes. Just yesterday. So you think that it's not like it was set up and we were told, say, it's been set up into, you're ready so people can access it. They are going to set it up. I believe we should give it like first quarter, Anabibi.
By the time it kicks in, so the unions were correct to have been exhibiting those fears and concerns over the period until the government gave into one more call for an exemption when it comes to one more pensions funds. It means that the unions were correct. It means that they were correct. If per your argument, because I think we read somewhere last year where they were saying some 15 million or 15 billion was going to be set aside for that fund.
Exactly.
As to whether
has it been set aside?
Again.
Is it there?
Again.
And even when it is set aside, and I say when the fund becomes functional, what are the processes if you want to apply for support? I don't think it's a day's thing.
So then, Fatih, sir,
perhaps we should speak to the financial and investment companies, say, do they know where the fund is at now? And do they know what the process is to be able to get the kind of cushion now and also and what assurances? Because we all know stakeholder consultation there, this government is zero. Most of the time, assembly answer consultation when they've already taken a decision and I know say consultation and go so.
Fatima Main came out. Ghana News Agency for. When we say government establishes a 15 billion Ghana cedis fund.
What date is that?
This is December 7.
All right.
Government has established the Ghana Financial Stability Fund with a target size of 15 billion to be provided by the government and its development partners. The fund will
be provided.
Well, the fund will provide liquidity to financial institutions that participate fully in the domestic debt exchange. A statement issued in Accra by the Financial Stability Council.
Meaning that some might not participate.
Well,
they said those who participate fully.
Yes, but you know that this fund is supposed to be for the insurance companies, for the banks, for the fund managers, and for others. It says that a statement issued in Accra by the Financial Stability Council said all financial institutions, banks, SDIs, pension schemes, collective investment schemes, fund managers, brokers, dealers, insurance firms that fully participated in the debt exchange program could access the fund for augmented liquidity support with effect from the date of completion of the exchange. Initially, the exchange program was supposed to have ended, I believe, on the 30th of December. That was
Not
initial.
They really wasn't on 19th.
It was 19th and a shift to call 30th.
Yes.
And as you see, Asanso a shift about January. So those who have exchanged, can we assume that they are receiving?
Know that?
So for instance, Databank, if it knows that it is in distress, the expectation is that by now Databank should have gone for the exchange long ago.
That is the expectation.
Yes,
but
that's
that is not
the reality.
the reality.
Yes, so
Exactly.
I'm thinking, this is my thinking, that are we saying that institutions covered by this haven't exchanged their old portfolios for the new one that the government is giving them? Are we saying so?
I don't know that. For a
I also
fact.
don't know. But if it is a case that the institutions are not exchanging for the new one, then Fati, we are in
Then
trouble.
there is a challenge. I mean,
Then we are in a big trouble.
Sammy, the institutions might have solid grounds as to why they do not deem it fit to do the exchange.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I know you're another one. But for me, no, Sammy, a lot of things have been said, a lot of promises have been made. Enkosi baby, why is Apiate at the CIA?
Yeah.
Where is the dam? All these
the
things,
Palugu one.
exactly. Why is it? All these things, And for me, not even government. Government has come out to say we are going to establish this is an amount of money we are going to put if and when and all those things, But the institutions themselves, who are supposed to be the beneficiaries of a fund, where do they stand? What do they want to do? What do they think about this fund? Main institution be about the fund. As to whether that is even the volume of money needed with what we are doing now, we don't know all these things. But Yabeka, for me, if your questions be Ebisa, it is the institutions maybe so more, not even government. Because government can come and say anything, and then you will be there doing your own thing on how to survive. Because still, I'm for Sikakemu.
Yes.
I'm for Sikakemu. And I know why you keep coming back. You keep coming back to data bank. You think that for whatever reason, at least you are closer to the government. If we be you would probably be the first beneficiary. But also now, what they are time cry. I don't talk any idea about. So I understand where you are coming from. But we need to find out if indeed Sikano Edaho. If they don't want to, your friend is saying, then we would know.
I think that Fati, as part of your responsibilities towards our viewers and our listeners, we should be interested in the activities of the Development Bank Ghana. Because we should know how much has been disbursed by the Development Bank Ghana. We should know which institutions the Development Bank Ghana is disbursing to, so that in the end it will trickle down to all of us. Businesses can get cheap loans. Companies that qualify for this support system would indeed get the money and wouldn't be here and wake up one morning only to realize we are being given a counter. It doesn't seem right to us. I think we should be interested in the Development Bank Ghana. When was the last time you heard any talk about what's the name of the Ghana Cares of Batampa project? And you start. Look, if you like, let's call the Information Ministry. The Information Ministry will come and tell us that, oh, they are doing something. But who and who have that information about whatever it is that the YouStart is supposed to be doing? Where is the educational plan? Where is the sensitization plan? For people to know, so if you're a young startup, not say if you so you qualify, these are the qualifications that you are expected, the requirements that you're supposed to meet before you qualify. Where is it? they would expect that as part of yen ejuma in providing content to our viewers and our listeners, no, we will do the research and come and tell our viewers and our listeners. But you see, if there is an advertisement placement, we won't get some. Government knows where it places its adverts. Anyway, 2023, it won't be the usual talk. 2023, we will probe. RTI, I will hold the mind. And say, yes, RTI will hold the mind. And you better more. You better more. See at here and 2022. As a show, your fatu your say will probe into the COVID-19 fund.
Website called for Mamba.
They shut down their website because we started probing. We started asking questions. The website is not up again. And I think that's what our viewers and our listeners expect of us. And that's what this year. Nyame adona se wa hoden yebeyo. Because normally be on my party twin ho won tiase. You can't understand. Did you hear the utterances of the special prosecutor last year? Charlie, he's not resourced. He says that he doesn't believe that government indeed genuinely wants to fight corruption.
But it's nothing new.
There's nothing new. But shouldn't we be concerned that, look, we have had the first special prosecutor, we have a second special prosecutor, and they are all singing the same song?
If you are being given a position and your predecessor has raised certain things, Mea, Meshemu, and Samaji, that position. Yes. And let's not always live on promises. Because as for the promises, they will come. Special prosecutor, Ebaye, when it was established, now you appointed the first special prosecutor, no.
Yeah.
People thought that was going to be the end of corruption. So, Sammy, I am just hoping that Ghana for there was some way to keep a eye on its toes. Send a bear promises be a more a no. On which me this one my. And yes, the new year is just new in terms of say 2023. But then it will be business as usual. And that's just what it's going to be.
Now, you start once now. I've seen this if I don't quite link be sending me.
Producer extraordinary.
But men find link then send it because soon I've been here. So where did you start this year? I wonder the number of people who know about the existence of this YouStart platform. Frequently asked questions. Here you'll find answers to the most pressing questions about the Ghana Jobs and Skills Project. Please contact us for further information if need be about the application process. Who can apply for the entrepreneurship training under the Ghana Jobs and Skills Project? Any Ghanaian youth between the ages of 18 to 40 years with a minimum education or BEC certification and a valid Ghanaian identification card and who wants to start a business can register for
Who wants to start a business?
Yes.
Not an existing business?
Yes. Can register for the entrepreneurship training. Who can apply? Or says, can I apply if I have no educational certification or did not complete BEC? Yes, however, you can only apply if you have already started a business in Ghana but do not have educational certification. Or say, can I apply if I have additional skills training after completing BEC? Party, the same alacrity, speed, Omampani Ekaseria, the information ministry, Edia diagrams, artworks, all those things are one more highlighted the highlights of the key points of the presentation by either the finance minister or the president. You would think that such an important project would have all these things out there. A good social media.
Global Media Alliance.
A good social media. Because we are all looking for avenues to create some jobs.
Yes. Yes. And some requirements, I don't think it is, your friend is saying, a ding.
No.
To meet.
No.
I initially, as a journalist, I thought it was for existing business because I thought that you would need something to hold on to be able to apply for it. What's my say?
Yeah.
For startups, you just have to have a plan. Let me put it that way, dear. I'm sure a lot of people would want to apply, but information no way. So I just call website EcoReady. The people that they are hoping to consider no. Exactly.
When we be see,
over here be a jingle be in tree. In the language onim.
Yes.
Because of course there are a lot of the criteria no covers a lot of amount for it is a business and and on bet me aye they qualify for also mutumi aye. And possibly I can say publicity no as a form into ebia ya new year ya see some projects be as na akọ form na say deda no ahunye hia beba na ya kenya mu na fe no yeah.
Meanwhile, this is supposed to be an employment drive project of the government. Yeah. It's featured in the 2020 budget, 2021 budget, 2023 budget, and yet there isn't any information about it out there.
Yeah.
Well, memorable moments of 2022. Key instances and profound statements for MBK 2022. The show is very packed and jammed. And to Bombardier, so near Bedins also, a beautiful lines in the Tuma, near my home, Quaba, and Tiana near home, na Embra. And welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. We have done 27 minutes into 7. Yama Kwaba, Safi, NRD, Efidino, Atu Hanumisia, and a second day in the month of January 2023. Imobibia Akwaba, Infa, in TBG Business Tips, na Embre Adofo, na Afino, Infa Ghana Kasa, and so Embre Omanfana Pay. CBG4, I see young country was say, Bombardier say, Yera Afifu for Yemunum. Usikana kakrana akano bohoban and spend wisely. As a show, as a brand, Fati was throughout a year this week, next week. Yadi in sika some into 2 year. The better amount for NT a financial aspects bidding come any bank as a bidding come na one more church senior. You see can you bit me a dear boy on by in January day. I'm saying 365 years. A temu rough. Until January, check because you cannot yashini and into no Mesrewa Bomodia said this week we're feeding at the Hanum say next to we're feeding down your entity at the parents how to stay active in terms of how to play a role in their lives. Omusuku some how to minimize your expenditure, how to control your expenditure, how to live happily at home. Then you counselors and so ebedin komo na almost so no the stress ye komo no akra tana and yasem ketwa traffic alone, how to minimize the stress, how to control the stress. Any psychologists, any counselors ebedin koma omunya no modern satiti nyina na ebe brand nyame pa ochina air kono de onum say eye normal sonko kra ene de ebre omanfo anopai e wo dwumedie no eso yana ne ho ne mfa Ghana kasa embre adofo. welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. Before I dig on a casa, baby man for the Yanka man for the Sukasa property see and can't choose a minia. Abano Adensi, dear one more any seed and papa very affordable. Premium homes, but very affordable. Woman we see more almost and can't choose more our dime. East Legon, one more our dine, and so it be Mensa, and these projects or houses are going for as low as 400,000 Ghana cedis for a 2-bedroom apartment, 560,000 for a 3-bedroom apartment, boys quarters, more, and a dan echo for 840,000, 4-bedroom with a boys quarters, you know, be ato at the free Sikasa properties. Almost saying can't you say open a dan Pokwase Amahia Ashale Butcha. From an annual morning come 0302 960 865 0302 960 865. Now only Sukasa properties for ending come and pay age median. So some ready beautiful lines now at 0555 657 278 0555 657 278 and no any number the Juma. Nti me pacho obetimi aframe na eno edin komo 0555 657 278 ofre ya wodi ba bia wo frɛ afri ene the very first show nti akwenya wo ho se adofo bi na pese o chia wo mo na onso wa chia wo mo. Hello, good morning. Yes sir. Idi ma oni so kakra mo ai.
Hello Rasani.
Idi ma oni so mame.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, let me see. Let me catch you more savvy. And say, because you are Tomamu, and their holiday is still Baba Mujima, Modi Fati, and as a person China or Shanchona or 30%. Any on account in the ham, the Chubia, send their holiday. Say, yet you are not welcome to, and now moving your head in this and say, yeah, you're moving. Young one come on. And say, a facility will be Twitter, our free north. Okay, Abdulgan, also Otiria, the channel. Rasabi, and say, you are a Dafufro. I can't say I'm a Fufro. Dafufro, because I know the BIU and the same as a dance to the BIU. But I did say, in United States, you say, in summer, you can ever video so any day at here and within them. The idea the work on that. The car, young car, the yatia, I knew. I am a Canadian, but I said, yeah, especially good moving. Not the Canadian, I am star. See, you do, and I quite sorry, and I say, Muslims are. The can now, the boom up with that. The car, young car, the yati, any day you knew. I am a Pedia, I say, there are 2 years into no. Now, but Babaki, the Aqua, the convent. Rasani. Only professor Edding Como, that's the first professor only Edding Como every UGCC.
Yeah.
Professor John Jachio said this up. Dr. Massey said the same day, situation a very brief, we are I think some a better too. Now, there are Okayana a year a day. Says 15 million. More shame, the my share, Quanya 7 years ago, Daho, Daho. Now, a partner not other than the form of the Casa criminal almost over the Assom, as you know. And then, Sesena, the wife, the Pedia, Omega COVID-19 update. Yes, I'm saying, some of them will be come and patrol, and that was very bad.
But I'll see, it is all from an abridgment, you know, so, and we'll have time for you as our viewers and listeners, when you're part of the show, when you're on my honum. And so, and I pay Aquina Ewo Honum Ofrea na Onsuno, the Fubina Besocha Nafi will make you comment. I'll make you comment. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Same.
Yes, sir, boss.
Yes, I'm in a form to say.
You may have the minion, but you know, way.
Yamama Quabanso.
Yenya.
The share when you knew about 10 years, I'm promoted to bring a
Then I'll hear.
I about 42 of Master Ye. I, Mamma Consa, dear. Uncle Swan, pension, pension, Magana finger.
You.
I mean, Macan, be Musi and Chia, yet the Java Magana for you now. Especially at Santiago, I work at me. Meti okuko o neko koso ata seso. Yanko pon de vampire se wisha papa imai Uncle Shwa for a tabac and one woman. I inform more than Yakopo more ban my. Now, after for a room, yes, and for sure. Yakopo Hunto be Mugana so. Nyamompa my neighbors is what almost all I want you. Now, you only move. There's a Unko Abojis, now what I saw at you with you. Tame, the because for Bompire and my young thing. Na beje na pan for what almost more. Even new position for almost what pa. Some never bought mine and Yapo show me no uncle more by my. As I mean, some and Monsieur Wishama was half wage. Moko Mekolo, door to door. Oh, essential, Yapa almost on me, Juma. Tame no ya again. I don't know if I be so many media more you know. Before some of the TV on a radio super cast in Diano. One because yes, men follow. One who be on my yes. And be on my yes, and yes. Nay, and I have educated one. They are both much so many because we are only a year. A vessel is a vessel, so a vessel mini bishop. And never one more man at Conkai. And the many Jews have mentioned my teacher, I can't mention what I said. Also, media and more media, and somebody can't get them more right than information. More right than what you bold them. No one can't come and pay you for it. Among more media programs, no more issues. No more media for no take A and a B. No more cause one yes. All other institutions, other party A and a party B. Now, somebody here look through do Munkotwa Mun country. Not getting in the ground for Munka. Not gonna answer for Benfra. The Dilsa and never bore my Ghana. Nagana, and your accusation, and your suspicion, and your CSA, and never bore Ghana. That is a reality, and never bore Ghana, and never bore Yama. I will look at Medos and a place of from an Abaji Medina 0555 657 278. I know any number the age my 0555 657 278 of a but no body maybe I will free now in wedding come our happy morning show no SO 0555 657 278. Me pacho obeti afemina you know edu and come. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes boss, pacho din be free.
Me pacho mi din di Ali Taliban. Me frefi ablik mama here ba joy.
Yo, pacho enko.
Open case ye manya ofidie kese die mamemfa etia medicia the 8th breaker Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and Ablikmanov constituency for ina ya mama onabushila battle any Chief Bella. Open case ye seni aminua okasa CIA ese musu medias muhwe na mbua omano because omano akoyia mayina eseya asey amayina enti musu mmomode na mbua adepa aban eye obia ehunu mu na mobeka but unim the problem e wo kromin say most of the bimu journalists bimu adi omuyefu eye juma because ubetimi who say journalists who say adepa koso excellency na do don kwakufa do juma pa woye but omun kan no but always propaganda common enu na omuka and ehwe dollar ni your friend say fuel abafum but omun pesa ombeti nyama no so it's too much and now we have one problem so the foreigners Ghana memo ton nyama no omo adwin say enya de mbebo man no kura nyama no buo no na omo atoso fuel eba for me kura omo nye omo adwin say ombeti nyama so enti mo so mo boy say de be ya man no ebeko ye because excellency na do don kwakufo do etuma wa ye wa Ghana ha no mimi who president bi a wa ye sa adwuma no da yemboa na o man no enko ye me da mo ase no bi to
aso 0555 657 278 0555 657 278. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Morning, Chief.
Hello.
Morning, Pachodini, baby, free.
From Abdul Kasa Post. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
What is it?
Yamanadum, no one say.
Yeah, they are that's the day I call.
Yeah, they are that's it.
Mamma, some Kakamo, what kind there? Yen, I want our Urugu, Emani Sisiari. Why are the pa? Sunday, woman, you hunde, yet is castle so comedy and the CCR, the Waba, Wama, come with Fiado. CCR BBI fine, Yesika, some wire fine, young banks, Nina, wire fine. BBI, come, Ghana for Mumu, so I, Nana, the Danko Kufuado, why your man fine, Ubian and Yuanji, Christmas, Yenzi Bida, Christmas, Papa, Yezi, the Bin Sida, Ghana for young boy, you are the Munko fee, Waba say, or money, aye. The mean wapadeka, Yaka, and Yada Asse.
But I see the feminine you be come at a level of sarcasm with David. Meant to be that. I come to say, on the pay the feminine you meet in come once about to my feminine you made in come. Number my friend here 0555 657 278 0555 657 278. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, sir. You, Bachodini.
I think Commander Moody and Bessa Bikabi.
You umbodi mamio.
The friend of a sea.
You, I can see Yanko.
And say, Kakame can say, Ganum Hayati, Manager, the Yaman Kui, tell your own penocre, and Yaman Kuni Bakura, the baby I'm a CPC. I want to meet him. Well, so over the quiet, what seems to you, with a quiet to swap, over a crowd. The enemy said, Obu on one now, you put your bonnet cool on all sides support. You put your bonnet man on support to know or support to say, and yes, and I'm saying, yes, who yet you wouldn't second this cocoa and give me a corner or no by a corner or more put trouble or what's an anchor. And I'm also some songs and I am with it. So, what did they become? It's like a mean to say because you think for you, Jim.
Dabi, aha, you see how it's no Hanum say. You're moving on. We're moving on. We don't allow such language on Happy Morning Show. And your first time I matter say all free or medians, but you're here. We don't allow it. You can go and say it on other networks and they would allow, but here they allow. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Pacho. Didn't be for free.
FM Joseph in the first year wish. I look my not.
Yo, Joe, Yanko.
They said me the show. Or mind the Ankasan Coseni. Because you have your way. You mean, say, and I mean, who so be. Said you, and mammy a bay for. Waiting a dinner, Nippy Marcus and Mammy a bay for. It is a seminar, Yakika. Koye obisi ankoye ni yenjai na yenkania koso o mine mo o mine ankoye o masa o mine ankoye madam ase
Mr. Meadows and a pace off from now by Jimedino SO 0555 657 278 0555 657 278 number idea Jumano any and a pay a first day I ever back and see anymore and a shibuma. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Pacho. Didn't be free.
Okay, from Alexander. It's free, Boaka.
Boaka, you, Alex, na pay.
Bibia Cosco Kama, dear, Nanso, Obia Najone, to be a Canajone, I was at Yamano, not your family. Now, wow, said the old bit my yabwa. I was so cheap, there, amount for a car. See, or more family. Almost family, almost them who almost keep the yano, and yes, I am not to be a bit. By the bomb of the Pakra, a divebre. You know to mean it. The Kitwana, which is a Eden, young fans are more, or more Mukate Eden, young fans are more, and so on. But it is here, Nady Ejima. What year for one person, one life, and in the fashion, yes, a fan is more. Yes. I was a connoisseur. The other boy, because you'll be in a bit more of my and you'll be a good field. But I'm saying the next year, Kisano, any how the person will be disappointed with domicile. But I go back to one to man, yeah. And man, say, young son, Kukunisa at the end of time down. I bet much. We did say we are Snankasakra or you know. Young Professor, we are the best. And yet, we are saying, I bet you a home and I am a global warming. A union we are seeing in a bedroom where we are supplying to meet with you. I say, and it's an echo. And I was a tear for my home. The one Catholic, your boy. Science is fitting. A kitty and you do say, the meeting dinner has far away, no know. I was so weird to dinner, don't see the boy, no one casta.
Minia, Medosi,
no one casta.
Medosi saw for me a free a boakwa and a pen and medium come and a pay. And a first day, and so we are giving you a lot of time. I know be and come on. In is about watching there now for the back to tight me. Watching there back to tight me. And the other day, I couldn't add 0555 657 278 from a nominal new come on. So, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Okay,
I'm Adam here.
I am Omama Kofi, a Casa Free, Accra.
You, Yanko.
But so, if you say a woman may feel in crab, me who Brunia, and I said, you won't take down any jacket to Brunia with here. They can't do the PI, the crab them cranny, they call a Bobby Comb, and the crying at the garnet. And now, I'm off when you're here, will be a 2 year Juma, in the Sika, at the 2 bottom of the edge of the Jan, the Becca Garnet. Ujona ukotrawi disoka sekane dinese wa wo wa you one year to my place can go you know ma no obusia fo na akuka to uzi Ghana edinti wo do sa show dem to ma de bia obey mereka kete e komba do ta ko so do Ghana ase obi first come show go to asi yakopon o ka say anya juma wo you know e sanity Ujona so one year juma ndi wo ko to politician bi so say Osigana edinti wo nyiro ho nya adwuma yesigana adwuma ni hanti wo nyiro ho mpa adwuma nya wo di sa no abakokra no twa hwe wo ma yemi ngai na ho yitimi adwuma na ye o butum na ye odia wa de metima kan no
me da was na person so from na ba adwuma no eso na wo botum no na ye odia na wo botum no na ye odia nti na pay say 300 na shemu a odia no say 5 Ghana so odia no. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Chief.
Mr. Yusuf.
Yo. Yusuf, o show hunti no ama enkomodidi no enye smooth sa 0555 657 278 0555 657 278. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Rasami.
Idi.
Rasami, ya share ye ma konya bebre nti mikasaka credit. But you say what will be adina too. You say the amateur chat one. It can want some kaka.
You, Yanko.
All kind of friends saying about COVID-19 as some senior AC I had in our China. About any will be and found and sana is too late. That may oko foreign friends and media now. China, US, China, you see China, Japan, US. And most of the European countries now, I'm not buying to say before we go about a friend saying, Obukumono, say, let us do. Arambwa.
Well, but I lift Sano Manum. Yes,
it's yeah, trendy event. My young fan bound, Emma, if you know, can as a party, I say, train my mom on the shot, Yako China for finding my body January. Lady Jobus are, I mean, you share a seno. Yeah, young she, or to set time, I already do a good man, son, and shall say. Yeah, he made it at all. The best thing for set the situation I you know. Yeah, better your pocket for the other sign. Now, it doesn't answer them because the 200 and you said, your mom should I know be the answer of the other baby. And about 5 hour my one in their credit. And it's still not for so money mighty. You be now some year budget. You be now with a budget. You be now get back on your name. The Benya is the budget, and I Benya with a budget. And over Tampa budget, that's 5. Still, Nina gonna avoid as we see. Some in the crash or money wide, then I'm for a can.
Oh, money modern.
As you ever see the show to the audio. Be a new assay about Nafako. say ono on pay bi enye but who ye ejuma na sabe ye o se unya ene ya na ye kan wasem because na ka me ka say mabanya a o ti so ende ka tell me say so pese udi ya enyo na ba mu so pese unya skedi a enye se breno be breno wenya enye na ba mu eni tina o ti efese special prosecutor anabwa anabasa me enye sankofo ya ye mo sa office no mo yin nya ma ti nyami di ama to the citizen vigilante on the your position the man is my at the end no decided because of your NDC you know that's what attack the government and there you nya friends this kisi jamin say e dey my right
yes
then there also complaining say the office even by the cry and call out the ejima omu ejima fa say salary and call office wo mi na ya ti o me mo ayedi nipa aye pese ye ko na yet mi use bibia atodi nyamai the best friend before fan your politics 2023 I really say after that say that is cathedral and ya prepare for what for Jankobio but can I say I support pay for dia and I comment here cathedral show almost justify young person ya bread and sako obium and yes you know that's it
Medo asana pay so frame now the media come 0555 657 278 your monitor na the phone our person mo friend no almost intimate friend ni mo ending come sana ya call the year just gone no a review of it. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Okay, come here.
Nyame adom ba chana so e.
Adom loko. Ya mo afisha pa ejamba chodi ni ba bia free. Your friend and Benjamin, I can't think it.
Yo, Uncle Ben.
Okay, yeah. But I tell you, I know you from anything from one of them. It's not fair, you. I don't person that I tell you training and it's yeah, sure, I'm going to see you. Yeah, and I'm going to be again. Anyway, I mean, TV personal, they see, especially 2022. My name I do. Now, am I in a particular 2022? A new book, everything I am more than 2022. In the youth, in the same one, in Mexico, the only 5 cities, 10 cities, that's the China doesn't too much. And I do chronology and one year at the end of 2023. We need to be other finals to have our prison because Katama had been found.
All right, too bad. Oniana, I hope I'm not out of form. But holidays, you see, and the guy come on. You better know home come shortly, baby. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chief. But you didn't be free.
But you didn't be calling, so I can't free EBBD.
Your Collins, your Jerry be any for you now, your more crabber.
Yo. Me, more medical, not say, Mantino. Yanley, when Sisicana, if you are not 2023, name whitey. In fact, scam is ya. It's you. It's Kanya. Yeah, Nasa. No more wild thing. I might say before money move. And see, the 5 years what I tell them paying for move on mine say. Yes, Rom. I want to know my year, and I say you. I'm before back. Is there paying for us or for no swag or some can be my swag. A moon can be mine. As a beer, the old share at a woman lady. Jamma Bruno is here. I done it soon. Yes, only I'm Martina. I say, Usu, because can it be Nico? And yes, Rom, I want to know my year, my wife.
Meadow send a pay so for me now about Jimmy, as so. Andy can come, your chow and a pay. Ransford K. Watchy, my yan and tear said, Andy, Ishiao, Brunye. My yan and tear said, Andy Shiao, but what's in your back on the chili? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Chief.
Yeah, I'm sure yes, I did that.
You.
I used to put a bit, meeting of Osaka. Or the mass meeting. Martin, I got a bit one in some work and one win on one. Next, Abuja, when we develop private companies, individual, to team develop on one. ɛnyɛ Ghana mpanyinfo ɛnyɛ mpanyinfo a wɔte ɔman no mu ɛnyɛ politicians a wɔdi wɔn fɔ ɔman no ɛhwɛ a obi de kɔ school a ɔkɔyɛ course a ɛwɔ nya abɛn adwuma nyɛ a wɔnte bi tuma ayɛ adwuma nti mɛka te Ghana youth in there wɔn a wɔkɔ school no teacher wɔsi na esi bi a obi ayɛ obi yɛ abɛn adwuma yɛ ɛkɔ school a ɛyɛ course a bi ti wɔn te bɛ ɛwɔ adwuma senya obi ne adwuma yɛ a wɔnte bi tuma ayɛ a establish full business. Na sɛ ɛde dɛm adwene kyɛ yɛde hyɛ nsi dɛ a ebi ti nkutu ɔkɔ ma yɛndwen obi anade yɛyɛ bɛ de mu bia nti anyɛ dɛm yɛde yɛyɛ to bi o yɛkɔ na ɛfi kyerɛ yɛkɔ kyerɛ sɛ sɛ yɛbi nya abene adwuma yɛ a yɛbɛtena ne fie kapita ma yɛbi wɔ akɔ yɛnyɛ hwɛ yɛnyɛ nti youth nyɛ kɔ wɔn adwene na onye na yɛte yɛbɛkɔ university yɛnkɔ ɛkɔs a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ante yɛ adwuma efi so bi a yɛmpɔ yɛn na kakra ma ɛkan
Medawasi and a paid FM name meeting. Come on. We have 5 minutes, and I think we can pick 3 more calls before we hit the top of the hour 8. Say, what do we feeling at one? Say, new callers are, and I'm afraid about Jumedi, so I'm more sure Jumedi in Yanam. Yes, Remo. And a pebby 5:30 near Jumedi, I say live on ETV. And a pebby for feeding it to Hanum say, Nin Como. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Benjamin, Milano, attacking my family.
You, Ben Yanko.
Not many youth for a Katana. And then 2 or crap on now, 2 money so forth. And finding why all my mono. Then I mean, I bear another time, you know. Oh, Mamma, you should let me a Trimopobi. I am saying, a year coming here. And paying for no more data coming mono. After I see I kill more. That's I think you to one about the water. I'm a one non pay it. Then I almost say, and turn on my moon. I say, Mama, baby, I come you to one. I know for maybe anything more Bobia. I don't know my head that. Yes, paying for. I can almost see my knee. Now you for you put school, you school, you need money. And then you have to focus on your demand. You can always go to see. I'm sure depending on it.
Meda was an appraise of Fremen Abbage Medina, so 0555 657 278. I think, sir, you fire last 2 callers, nothing. No, back to the studio because yes, you are the 4% Chomo in the year 2023. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, sir.
Program no amoye no na me di best chama gata
you
akamya ya se ebinu ma ya se nema no ekoyi nema bebre ya enkoyi o manu obi ahun tiri no aso fia se individuals no muto mo a na bibia betini akoso fia o ma mu ye juma Oba on the valley, be a possible. The factory Yajuma, not say, electricity burning, a year, Tarisuna, Yukoswa, a burden or employing on what's not your part. The investment of the year, now a for higher, and now say, anyone boy there, honestly, producing when you're producing the products, no one thing on your cheap. Now, the citizens know never got to product, and they pass a cost of I know higher, it will affect the citizen. So, Basa, let's say to my phone, a moon tom, the Catholic a queer, and yet, yes,
all right. Medos and a pay, say, Ofreme, now only me a dean como Median. So happy 98.9 FM ETV Ghana, and I will share and the final caller now Afino Yentwaso. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Chief.
Sorry, you're right.
Yamiano Bachelor's way.
Efficient.
I think committee and senior.
I'm beginning to suffer.
You.
You.
Yanko.
You can say what you are moving. In your shop, in your shiramo. Uncle Shamam, Sabe. Then probably be a man, and we are casting past somebody correct. Mara and I said, Actibi. Let's say, we have a phone, she is say, oh, ma, and I said, Kada, you know, you see. I said, maybe I'm Kodam, everything, and I saw you do not escape a fee. And I said, oh, papa, come around. My name is I was funny, and my name, maybe in a gush and how. Maybe na nkwara bi nkete nkete o no ese nkwara no enya o papa no ntimi nkanche o se o na ma yi no yake no fali sa so ko de wa mi nkwara no ne ya ana o so a ni ni ya ba ye fo ya sabi o ma bi bebre enyi kita no so mo ko ye ama yo so pe o ma bi no oma enyi juma ebufutu saa na mo de fupi enti esabai omo hwemo tutu ne ni serve ya oma wo fodu omo nri ni ya akuma pa emo o man na ni ya de emo ko si ni na yeso enti esabai so omo kasa omo ti no tutu ne ni serve ya obi abebetu awo me da masinya mishamu non ko so antu kwede baba
medo asana pay se onso frame na oba eye jimedi no eso yento so na yeni nkomo na edin nkoma anomo kakra hon my beton but even before that na adofo mo fra na pamba jimedi ni so nyina no wo mu enya akwanya etimi echiacha wo mu adofo yenso ye wadofo enti ebechiacha wo mu ansa na afei no yako back to your issues no fati so wadofo abechia wo mu
it's here for Nyashafo. Okay. And when you say me to me bo be adding 1111.
Yeah.
It's here for Nyashafo na. You ye pese mechiom. Others in the mechiom.
You.
I told them when you say
no tallest. No. Well, Mamenfa enchia kese enkoma Mr. Ernest Boateng. Mr. Boateng pena. Me friend na no person come me kasa bo hye me yem.
What do you mean?
Mr. Boateng, my friend. Mr. Boateng no pempom to say, "Oh, Sami nyame ado me ho ye." Mr. Boateng afiaso na me friend na mada wase for so minim de obeka nyina. De obeka nyina ayaseda minim. Mabo edumaden. Afi hora Mr. Boateng me say no, afi de me ma wonka asem no enhye me yem. Enti embese me ka na meka. E no say ne kasa. Na me say o yedana say you know, Fati, it's rare, but I can imagine a number of companies, especially media houses, every morning when we see you, see it here on my show. And it's a good feeling to know that you are here and then your CEO is patiently, you know, sitting somewhere, either in his car, in his house, watching TV, and following the conversation. And the interesting thing about Mr. Boateng is that what you know, no one yarn or text you. Oba expressing the views on a matter now we're discussing, and it makes it feel good to say, oh yeah, Jumana or boss, a follow conversation. No, so we're expressing the views on the show. Mr. Boateng, we are grateful. Sometimes so both Remo no pass here. Near finish the most here, seriously rough for studio and is here as a Mr. Boateng Obo Remo Sanya as a money collector. A Fatisha Ibali. Or dear son, I was a cow dear Crampa Yasem.
Hey!
Hey. Afi sefa ane me dance ni. Afi no baka che say na me koto momo no. Say me fa transport o. E na e fa say sika no mo de send me na me koyi me momo no. Say when say beti ye fa say momo charges we at government charges so aka home. Ni nyina obetiti ni nyina afi mo ansa na. Me sika no.
Unbelievable.
We say aka de sefa asema make so ne me ya adwena ka say ane.
Have the fear of God.
Se fa se ane obo mechidom e we chire ho no se ane. Enti na pay Mr. Boateng and check say any day mawo, and we thank you for the support throughout the entire year. We are grateful. We're hoping that we'll get the same support from you this year, Mr. Boateng. good morning to you. Mefa and check is here and so too fast. Last year, they now they say 800 meters no koni ye. Now I say fastness no I say slow kakra at the abem. This year me enton kan I say send me no shia o East Lagona. Me bo wicked no sa me bo biem a year 2023. Mr. Edwin Amankwa, good morning to you. And open so imo official pa. Onso no o tie show na ni say wow ni say fire na air bar ni sa. Fire na air bar ni sa because I don't know opposite you would ask probing questions. Opposite you would ask the questions, the hard questions, the tough questions. This is obi bana say want to be questions ni nyina. No be into questions no we are na. And at time no be if you say more than until when to maybe a question no Zamankwa you do say onso no then you know oboye chidom Mr. Mane and pay onso your chief and a baby na FO chief and pay your for your support as well. We're very grateful so then you know onso no oboye chidom na why not the inspirational message devotional message no they send no or send you na say be I respond na say onso kind inspirational message and next one be na say oh salute and no na onu we anapa ye beda wase any management nyina anapa ye musu edam wase without mono ye ni hanom say sometimes we know some of the decisions you know it's for the interest of the company but in the end yenso ayi gumne de na ye nwinwi kakra but ni nyina mu you know say ni yeyo enti ana mo take mo decisions are mo take no anapa musu so edam nyina ase ene adwumaden a mo ye yenim say we will have your full support in the year 2023 and Monko Swana Mumbo Yachidom Anopay. Timothy Kakari this year. Sakra. And Jack say and I'm the Emma War. The director Bakope. Now after Menchia aye Andy can come. Andy Anopay Mechiao. Bring ye unisem normal ewo ho. Minsa enkam no mano. O friend is see ya fati asma fati obeka chono. Means me can if it is so. Andy, and I love you for being a brother. Yao Obi Menu, the manager. Yao, and I pray o crowd me cow. Yao last year the mekabi. We were unfinished business beer. Last year no. Say I be ready this year dear. Next a haircut no. I was say make sure so we increase percentage no. Na afe a cano it me a bar no. Yao, and I pray Audu Mahama Audu. Osu misika wo honom last year now the meka ansa na afene ko na we mama nsi ho no anye kese out mecha same frempon same o de meka octopus same mama nsa enkama de ansa afide ebe ye butu minia David Tamaklo Dave also de meka was supposed to have made a trip ambaso Dave and I pay also mechiao. And I wish you the very best wherever you find yourself this morning. One of me Jano, I think me Jobio.
Uni say in chair ACP. ACP and I was a chair and first.
I will say so now the problem in your buy. Yeah, editors are and I pay you on Mondays especially. Edamunina say for always coming through for us. See a 2 years edit for more. Nyame enhia mo se dan nyina mo ba na mo ne bedi ensa wo so awudwumede no eso ACPD no Fatima me fa ma wo
anopei no ye nyina ye papa road safety ambassador extraordinaire the whole world teacher ba kope a o kire wade a wangasa ho say yes ya kire wade a wo disi kwan so a ho say yes wo driver no emu ayehwem ACP retired Victor Tando salute sir anope ye chirao in chiasronko yesra nyame nkwa emaw yesre se yankopon be ma wa hoden na ye nkora nkwala tse a edu ahomache a yetumi bo alarm snoozing by 1,000 times nanso ACP e kire say yes oye police ni mapa ahoden wo mu ahomache bia na waba eni ye be ye nchechire ya ma afishia pa ACP afese se no yankopon ya wakoma so ade amaw afese se na eda so etinkwemu a yegusu a o chirechire se ne amanfo be keep it safe on the road, you know. A year on behalf of management, especially Oma ya yetete ha yi. Yechia o. Ema afishia pa kese pa. Oni webusuafo nyina.
Yo, ACP the Andrews are so back as a crap up be no I said no work I said din boko. But ACP Bronya de no me pass ase.
I say ACP on him.
Yes.
Yes.
You want him fie.
Yes.
You want him fie. Enti ACP me pass ase. Me po obosmase. ACP unim the kind of asase me pe de obepo no side hono kakra sene anopa me so me hu valley no emu na ebo no abo. But ACP anopa nyame ensure na onye okese for always being there for us. And he's really a father to us.
Yes.
Really a father to us. One beg my ACP before I say Mira and a man too on ACP will check up on you. ACP anopa ye bedo ase. Na afi ne kra. Adwuma ni nyina ewura Ambassador Edward Boateng. And I say, the chiao near the wasin so for the vision I will provide it for this entity. So why your salvation to establish this firm? Ebian community had me see a mayor say you better say for the vision you continually provide for the outfit. You share once in a while near Dinkoma or catches a mobile Martin, name more. He's always expecting more of us. For also being there for us, and then the board as well of the company. So then you're throwing your weight behind us to push the brand further. Now, me final and chia and come me be an apple wash me. Now, unim fati obia or ye a daragapa or my way say more. A nipa mabechi and Sisian. If any runs for cable watching. Yeah. So, it's a mebo by my former Medicadino. What should I send him a message? So, Kabia 2020 Biano Ashi. Until you forget about this year. Ransford, Obi Mam information say Sikabai. Me Casport Stadium, Obetiasi, Sikabai. Into Mami Huso, Ransford Kebwache. But indeed, he's a brother. Yo, Pati, Yashasi, Afufu, the Obua, Obey Juma. Juma. Obey Juma. But I think there's a very important point also making. You know, we had different callers this morning.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, say, it's because it's a holiday, a lot of them are home.
Yes.
And they are following the conversation. And some would have just chanced upon the show.
Yes.
One more in him said, Jumedi, any day, you know, I'm a send a friend about Jumedi, so, and then the first time I will hear Jumedi now, Mr. Eniaji, and Yaso, say, I'm a pay friend, and you D and come on. Jumedi, a drada couple me fear be by 5:30 a.m. near Shasha, Jumedi, and Tiesero, I'm a pebiano, also for TV, no, ETV Ghana, Fatu Hanum say. Na only in Shimbom. Already, also saw the two happy 98.9 FM. Obet me any edins I was so honum. And afe oko online so obet me following our tuning application no as so now near edins I was so Facebook, Twitter, okona ETV Ghana and I say happy 989 FM and so be hu na only edins I was so honum. Ti ma munyina akwaba mo ene dai di kan ya mo me fidie no eto happy 98.9 any ETV Ghana. E ma munyina official pa.
Yo, ye mama official pay na me de ensem de ye afia yesimu yi na ebrew. Ye nyina ye nya nti ye se ye university se mo man mu school fees no ya tum se hu amanfo eni abre a omu hu de omo ye omo ho. Na wiase mu a ye we esan se oman yi mu a ye we so de e wo se wunya nya hwe kra no na nya wo first degree bia e hye obotom a ode ebebo obra enkakra ma okọ job market na ubetumi a compete ye enye adwuma eno na Heritage Christian College SMN kan kire mo se omo ewo amasamai hanum ya omo wo behind the Olympic Stadium na omo ye affiliated to KNUST and ye accredited by GTEC and also beka say GTech omo na ye accredited omo na omoye programs be et say BBA programs accounting, marketing, human resource management, banking and finance, business infotech management. So no more BSc information technology, bachelor of theology, So and more tutorials for professional programs which is say ICA, CIMG, CHRM, ICM, media and IT short courses bebre. More uniqueness and I said the reason why in American farmer it was so to me Echo Heritage Christian College, any entrepreneurship training, sign to me financial support, and they would make us juma, would make acquire entrepreneurial skills, na capital na would be juma no na yen na fe no ade akusia yin na dem and now the share. Financial support send a bay bit me as we juma say. So and more policy be one student, one laptop, and no terms and conditions kakra ewo ho a omobema 24-hour internet access into 24/7 nano unya sa computer ni bia na sa laptop ni bia internet so ewo campus one ma obetumi use so sanse ma professional certificate in addition to your degree na obe acquire no ma character development kai say Heritage Christian College into no amount it yepa scholarships bebre honum so and more caring faculty more affordable and flexible fee structure and yes wako first year no we first semester we are now second semester hu dia ho na afi no wajai school more flexible payment or obetumi use and sign so mass scholarship qualifications are here so obetumi dey akọ year Heritage Christian College so why WASI why ABCE why GBCE HND and our diploma top up mature student with the 25 years or above which may enter as a mature student so and more hostel facilities honum na there woman say me pacho 50% tuition waiver for all January 2023 fresh students. And you know what I say who dream school fees who dream sika admission fee so person who university now sika na nso a 50% discount say tuition fee no so say who into half na odebekwa akotua unya we ewo babia just a Heritage Christian College ubetumi afra omo eno an so obe dial *789*300# na fe no wato online serial number na we use no apply via our website www.h small letters assignment na making www.hcuc.edu.gh edu no edu na fe no wetumi ato forms honum 50% tuition waiver for all January 2023 fresh students. Don't forget that Heritage Christian College offering world-class university education, training compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. And no honum. The CIA say admission eguswa ekoswo na university no omo provide the lingo say sometimes no university we are they are our school no what the battlefield na esa marche na afi no ye ma we adwuma unhunye na we say to me esake wo enunti na omo build the missing link between tertiary education and entrepreneurship and asset technology and ethics ni nyina omo dibom ema school ye established since 2018 and omo sha say so omo ma about 300,000 cedis as startup grant to a number of students omo ko school no mu a mutumi edi year omo business and no I was all pass through a year omo startup challenge na afi no wetumi enya sa sika ibi. HCC has intentionally built a technology environment in which students do not need to buy books before they can study. Umpewe na opede. Dia here any laptop is one student one laptop omo de ma ewo school no mo omo ewo Amasamai behind the Olympic Stadium and affiliated to KNUST, accredited by G-Tech. Programs omo ye no mensa emombo so emau BBA programs, BSc Information Technology, Bachelor of Theology. SASO and omo tutorials for professional programs like ICA, CIMG, CIHRM, ICM, media and IT courses. Number no any 054 77 77 731 ana 020 22 98 399 020 22 98 399. Heritage Christian College, offering world-class university education, training compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. We and information and pay New Year me de ebrewo.
Eso na me kan say CBG force men kan tell say e ba no school fees ho insensem se ne abetua school fees a me patch up bomodin an say obe use one more platform no because one more 114 branches across the country a me ne abetumi akotua school fees e ho nti say bia o student o University of Ghana o ye student o Takoradi Technical University, University of Cape Coast, Akentena Pia Menka, University of Education, Winneba, and I say Accra Technical University. I want to say one more branches in here. They are open for business, and to beat me about Honum now, and so no bit your school fees na our Honum. And to me with me from our 0302 216 000 0302 216 000. Now only CBG4 Edin Common and I say we call Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Then you know we more share CBG one more essay we stand with you. And I pay me tell hey one more time show ni only say me cap ne insimin but I don't sit here that you know na minimum issue na awake purified drinking water and I mean one more 330 ml 500 ml 750 ml 1.5 liters na siansus one more 19 liters cha one more ediaba oman for to no one more insurance so it's cool any adwuma banks insurance companies one more the 19 liters cha to save costs. Until my body answer on so no will be a use the air then the afam or awake purified drinking water when he said auto ensure bottle back when we use can be edible board the National Cardiothoracic Center our collaborate na say any man ebia one more akuma ho atochima kakra no na sika semunti ebia na operation and I say healthcare delivery no aye problem e dey amom no when we use can be edible board the National Cardiothoracic Center our collaborate teaching hospital and me so onum issue na dey you nipadua ho adwuma na odibi enso eboa aye the collaborate teaching hospital one cardio aye center no for aye Kasapreko Company Limited for our 0262 351 251 0262 351 251 na onyomo ND enkomo na bibia enso enko enkan enfamao fido force men kan say onia afia ya sha say de sisika no odia awi chofi ana say sisika no odia awi sausage na ne problem ene da honom ede ma but om say any problems kwa we here loan to start the year me pacho we say a year a free 200 cedis ekopem 3000 Ghana cedis loan we dey ema we customers the answer be install the Fido application our phone no eso especially when we use Android no we install it we no go through the process to secure a loan within a very short period 3000 Ghana cedis 2000 1500 1200 500 then you know with me enya now or they I expand your business if it's for business and also for any emergency situation you may be facing but you only a year Fido for ending common or dial star 711 star 999 hasha star 711 star 999 hasha minia and then so you are good to go into yension so almost yen cow say nipa bonfo bi epese almost say omodwuma nti man could be a fake account or social media almost so me Fido for na omo ebu amanfo bukata ewo aye social media money na ho money enda honom na minia wanko patre no wanko to mo fidie no emom Yamvita Fati je na ye ho adwuma
Mama Yamvita me anga samini Yamvita instant yede milk ya fortify no with Nutri-V ashemu Nutri-V no contain 16 essential vitamins and minerals as zinc eka ho iron eka ho calcium eka ho and yeah amazing sizes grams no no nketwa no and I na war 350 block bottom pouch you know say yeah utumi ehwie egu container mu na utumi use no same menyode It's funny.
Sometimes be a bufu kwapa. Which me I do kwenye muko. I don't phone me can just say, Sheme.
Shame, do you know that I'm an orphan? Why never shame me? Who will take care of me?
When you're the hill, and I need you to.
Now they are going to
oh, what's it for the fowls?
Mama, if I have been moment then to us so that I mean the OT there, may a man there now stop me because of food. So that I make an Yamvita instant cereal, milk, a woman, edada. Now, fortified with Nutrivia, a blend of 16 vitamins and minerals. And no, and a boa Emma Akola, it's me any year a boosting the immune system, no, because zinc, iron, calcium, nina, eba boom, eboa. Now, there were 3 delicious flavors, maize and wheat, rice and wheat. So, and I no pack, yashi, miensa, aha. Now, it was 50 grams for honum. Your 400, your 350 grams. Then you know what my bet me at all. So and ubet me at all the pack size na a suity will need, will family needs any dia uhiano. The albet me at their pay aqua bonte I shall bag mu 50 grams and no in kitten come out ultimate back with me and and sabi a shall bag mu na feno ude a pay. So and Yamvita no. I didn't go upon Christ. There mean to me, Yamvita, I don't have, so I can't give you. I can't give you Yamvita. Okrom nakotobi sene na ekokrom ekotobi no bo enya din. Ai sa na mpese me ka kire. Yamvita ne de enkwala ape empenimfo so epe. Eno nti ena de bia ye ka say Yamvita de it's a delicious way to grow. Na ngokra no menim growing bi ma ompese omu grow a omu etimi age Yamvita. Atari omweni ase a enkola kra entumi enya bi endi no enti Yamvita de me pacho ahoden wo mu dia wo hia any clean water en hia onse bidie onse gas onse hwe eno ani ubo ani nsuo now de Yamvita no kama same
yo menim sename na kama kasentrio sedin but me na me your target it was a mistake me dey mean to me enya your target. But maybe I do need here. Fatima Bissau, some of the memories you have of the year 2022, some of the key incidents, key issues are about up in the year 2022 are about what Fatima Bissau said. But even before you do that, no, Mama ananime ho na meba na yedisa enkomo no anopai ewuchimedi ni so. And welcome back to the Happy Morning Show, Fatih Shanwali. Do you like peace or war? It's a simple question. I need a straightforward answer. Do you like peace or war?
Na enyoma bebre ekoso ewo wiase. Ana yankopon tina ho no ka say there be. E wo say me yi me doba.
Yeah.
E wo say me ma ye wu Yesu.
Yeah.
Na otumi ebesiesie wiase.
Yeah.
Or the peace ebeba asumdwe nkabom bibia. And since I'm in this particular month ya yomi ya wu Yesu amaya egusu outdooring state there no. Yenye enyama bi.
Until utumefu.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Mate. Well, some of the events that happened in the year 2020 that easily comes to mind.
We will not go to IMF today. We will not go to That is my most memorable.
Yeah.
That is my most memorable.
Yeah.
If you want them to so I mean, a lot of things happened. A lot of things happened that
there will be no haircut. So what can IMF? The obvious one that should follow would be there will be no haircut.
Today, tomorrow, or ever, no.
Yeah.
No, it's serious.
Yeah.
And it's memorable. And the consequences of that, you know, and I and I say you just December so also and the young on the show some of the memorable Nyoma I see, you know. For me, you know, the kind of journalism I strive to do, no, results oriented. Results and then who hear me.
Yeah. And
you know, this one happened I think latter part of the year, no, but it stood out for me. Me kai say your interview be ewa hanoma ewa abra na opening bi essay nurses on nurses for nyantokwa. And na ye probi issues, you know, any a year response and nurses e de buy say omo de omo ndwuma e be go form any ade a we hear interview be with omo penny ba ko a na wo ka che ni say o as omo baby omo gina no akoye a bit too harsh and I say the kind of response omo nya fi Ghana for who are defending nurses ne ade no anka eni say omo to make because nkofo na mo serve omo no they are standing with you and say then I will take a decision e be affect same people no because of one man's bibi or yeah and then yes ame the ebe you dia ujiji bi ma wo ho kama in the 3 hours and if you 2 hours de ma ye no e who release e ba ye e ka say nurses no adia to mu say omo pese omo fa kwan na wo suggest say ankomo emfaso no nti eno no the impact of that decision no emu yedu so obesho say nurses do omo edwuma egu for obesho patient omo ho be kire omo amanfo be call hospital doctors enya amanfo omo ne omo be ye edwuma na bom ama edwuma na koyie because it's a team back free mu a atochima and you know the impact of that, you know, and Emma to me standing out Emma me. So and LGBT and some it's me copy more. And also your J any so show you so. And to tell all these things, you know, memorable Emma me. When you say a producers, you know, or my peke and your man kakra be but me you say we be woman I say nimint, you know. I'm just throwing it out there, saying bit me who says answer me to me ACC in the year 2022.
Well, Fatih, there are a couple of things that come to mind for the year 2022. And one, you know, when it comes to educational issues, I am very much concerned. And one of them has to do with how throughout the year 2022 we had to have CHAS, the headmasters and headmistresses of the various senior secondary schools, threaten closure of the schools before the Ministry of Education will release a year here for funding and to feed the students in the various second cycle institutions. I think that was one thing after 2023 we should try as much as possible to avoid it. And I think Zanope headlines, you know, you read a story and Ekache said EduWatch was advising government to ensure funding for free SHS now it goes as quickly as possible. We saw Nkoda, our more secondary schools, you know, we got reports of Nkoda, even sometimes we got those reports. And so that's one of the remarkable things I remember in the year 2022. It's always at the back of my mind. It's you know, free SHS, running the year. Nkwane duane de I will say the common Sika for a year running the school, I will say the co na the common. This one happened at the latter part of the year. Motion censure and home censure. Now, more than 80 initially members of the MPP in Parliament decided, say, Ken Ofori-Atta must go, and that his service to this country, no, he is at his wit's end, and that he can't bring anything new to the running of the economy. It's a first. And the kind of heat generated our minimum and the kind of conversation generated here in terms of the discussions and the angles that were taken, say, how can it be, say, at this point in time, we would have members of the same party rise against a minister of finance. The intervention by His Excellency the President said, they should wait for him to finish with IMF negotiations, present the budget, all these, he has done them. Appropriation, any home koneba, why any and say a year 2023 year, whether Finance Minister Kenneth Ofori-Atta and Nedjuma Beto Honoma now say per the appreciation of the city. And until you bet me, I can say, Papa he said Nedjuma so any and wakana. It's not impossible. We had some ministers, some MPs in 2020 in Parliament come to say Kenneth Ofori-Atta must stay because of the appreciation of the city. You didn't see that story. So for me, it wouldn't come to me as a surprise if Mr. Kenneth Ofori-Atta stays as finance minister.
It should rather come to you as a surprise if he leaves.
Well, the convex is also true. Yes, he's staying.
That's it.
So, I mean, that's one of the things that Fatih happened in the year 2022. I think it's a surprising me. Okay, it's Ghana Airport Company Limited, Mr. Kwakwa. The story of McDan, Womo Plush, if anything, how did they even call it? VIP lounge. And who sent some kobaya? We were told he didn't get the requisite permits and signed a war running outfit, and virtually everybody was behind the GACL at the time to ensure the right thing was done. And I woke up one morning and suddenly. But
sometimes Ghanaian journalists are near deal. We kind of I say typical Ghanaian things.
Yes.
A buy a career as to whether the lounge is operating now or not. What else happened to the case with the sacking of Mr. Kwakwa?
That's it. It ended. Wow. It ended just like that. Just like that. And Nipana or no seeking the interests of the state, He was the victim.
Yeah.
In the end.
Yeah.
And we all looked at Fatih, you see, the point you just made is very legitimate. But one other thing that I think, and that's one of the things that listeners sometimes don't also get, is that Fatih, every day we are bombarded with issues. And then we started, and then we started. More dealing with this issue. When you about then there's a bigger issue. You are sustaining this one, no? Because Ghanaians are looking forward to for you to also touch on that issue. And so every day you are choked with different issues each morning.
True.
So it makes and you say, you need you follow up on the matter. But Charlie, there are always breaking news, breaking items each morning, each day when you wake up. You have to keep your viewers and your listeners also up to scratch. Colonel Damwa and OSP, that small boy, he thinks that he can come after me. And then before you could say Jack, Colonel Damwa was no more. By the way, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, we are told send a staff in Chiawomo Eka. Papa na no work Colonel Damwa office one no resign ya na OSP ne epeno as secondment to any officer. Colonel Damwa refuse intia. The gentleman resigned from the friend saying, baby I want GRE hono our bar the special prosecutor's office no. As a branch and soon the akatuano and want some care dinyo. Yes.
No pemu nanga sa
nani eba bitua oka. Eno ena fati edema be wie hanom say.
But so ejuma ne ho do. What must say?
Why?
Secondment. Ejuma ne ho do ntia. Inti na nye sikanti.
Eno ko
ho David. The kind of ejuma mo ye no o diska esi weni so a emboa.
Enye ejuma ho.
Inti your mind ho do ntia.
Well, Fati, me person me kan ade bi de ma. Mama, just a second, I mean kan from na me usher properly into the year 2022 because the year 2022 me usher in properly. 2023. I mean usher in properly. On the part of the government, is the government ready for the fight against corruption? From where I sit, I have not seen much. I have not seen much commitment. I have heard lip service on too many occasions paid to the fight against corruption. The special prosecutor, Kisi Ejaben, says.
But he is part of the system.
No, he's talking about the lip service from the government that put him there as the special prosecutor to resource him to work. Say, oh, staff, na so mo ye adwuma e anti-corruption agency mu. Na si enti omo ka, Fati, you are making them vulnerable and exposed to anybody who wants to influence their decisions. Anybody who wants to influence their investigations. And so if you have the office of the special prosecutor, the man at the helm of affairs, telling us this, that the government, and this happened just last year, that the government is not committed to the fight against corruption, then we must all be worried.
And you know, allocations near their institutions, public institutions,
the allocation will be made, but the release of the funds.
Not done, and I said, I don't quite.
The allocation will be made, but the release of the fund is different from the allocation.
So do we make such allocations without maybe a name say you scan if you have?
Yes. Yes. Because if I say our project to say you intend to say you're going to get, let's say, 100 billion the entire year. That's your projection for the entire year. Now that 100 billion, let's say local revenue generation components, ABI 50% of that. GRA will have to collect that money. For its disbursement.
Is GRA not always telling us they have exceeded
their target? But Fatih, it is the accumulation process. What can I say? That is where the issue sometimes lies. I am also interested in what happened in 2022. You remember the Auditor General's report and the damning revelations in the Auditor General's report, and the fact that the OSP has not been interested in the revelations of the Auditor General's report. The amount of money we lose as a state to corruption is mind-blowing. And if we were to plug all those holes, Fatih, I'm telling you, say, we would not go for the bonds we go looking for. We will not go borrowing money from the IMFs and the World Banks. But we close our eyes, and every year the Auditor General's report is made available. Then there is a committee that's going to sit on it and then probe in the public domain, and then nothing comes out of it. Nothing comes out of it. All these happen in the year 20, a year 22. Are there lessons we are going to learn from it? Are there lessons we genuinely want to learn from in the year 2023? Are we going to empower the anti-corruption agencies, the anti-graft agencies? Iyoko, kohe Iyoko, senya Iyoko sitie. Kohe Shraj, senya Shraj sitie. Go to the CID and find out the state of the CID. The Ghana Police Service and the meddling. Go and see. Finally, Parliament was in the news 2022. Okay, the issue of whether the sitting speaker could vote or not vote. Ebeye butu. Fighting in Uncle PMO. Wabra na speaker to kwano. Korea say Supreme Court Emma ruling. It shocked all of us. Because until then we thought, say, oh, ultimately referee. Now more match be. And then Supreme Court ruled. And we all had to abide by it. So these are some of the few things. There are a lot more that we can recollect and attempt to share with our viewers. But There's a lot we'll talk about tomorrow because we're trying to buy on a full scale. And we're going to talk about the Office of the Special Prosecutor and the revelations by the Special Prosecutor himself that he doesn't believe that we have a desire to fight corruption and that the government is only paying lip service when it comes to the fight against corruption. And I pray I say, so we'll do a video at Happy 98.9 FM, ETV Ghana, or share live on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Yema official pa na inim se afidie onyankopon na eni ebedi no eye. Fati minim se aye comments be for your first show in the year na afi no chine nyame what people must expect.
So me and they say prelims because and they holiday into no even the year na abesin etwem no holidays a year and a light yenkasa bebre ma eti for more time to also contribute to the show. Ochina and most businesses ebe sign ebia ebe she year na say anasa afi na say na a serious business into no ochina there. I don't know if omutie Christmas messages na yet to hon and sema ye kan any all the things that we said we were going to do this year. No, we are going to be talking about New Year resolution. And you say sometimes you can't I bet to say cliche, but putting pen to paper to put some things on there to serve as reminders for a new person who year or person who achieve very, very little things, as little as say ube to me our resolve say sorry and probably I'll better wumpa. Very little, but it goes a long way. And to some of these resolutions, we also know say New Year resolutions say to me it puts undue pressure on people. And how do you find the balance? Say with resolutions that why they are achievable, they are positive, not come out pressure. Instead say resolutions never on the right path, not a push or echi. We'll talk about all that. We'll also talk about your plans regarding show Yankasa. Then I will say to me, a shemukena and my viewers and listeners say to me, enjoy in your information, Papa Efremu. Show no send a bay and I bet to me amount more facts, amount more information, it puts more pressure on amount for or more DBA, your dear show Musa, sell money and your mabia, your some bay and your man. Incident will come together in this 2023. Now in me I enjoy you show no in your addition Efremo ama eventually and I say in a whole no abwa or my Ghana amanafa nentimapa ifra. Yeah can no production is not cheap. Production ain't cheap. And you here say to me adequate bonting it to me interacting with people investigating the information every for no and that form until our company be ye wo nipa no anope wutie ya ebi mo free tamale Kumasi other places a lot of places obi kra or circle oni de edu anopa na we bia to mu na station one it say bebia I happy 98.9 FM so na ebi mo no area ho nyina mo pe na mo chi omo wo TV wo honom a omo edichi ETV enti no omo tumi so na manfo abegada na omo ahwebi especially omo angasa ye omo adwuma nti 9 o'clock no na afi omo ahya se omo ye omo adwuma omo pom sika nti eni nu de ye wo eyeballs na manfo hwe nti no wo company bi wo product wo pese ye bohu de roma wo pese wo sponsor show ya mpacho this is the time. New year is aggression. I was so to me aggressive na o collect bag no ema ye December this year no we do Christmas na amaye bibie wo ho amma utumi emiti o target no enti no fa won to my boy entuma mu na this year yenya marketing papa emma wo na wankasa no we be who difference no enti same happy morning show no dear we are here to stay and we are striving for the best muna yesomu ye betena no pay no bia nhwe yen and now bia ntie we have no business coming here into no ye datie for ni ahwefo ase especially your callers no nan say credit enafum enso mutumi hwe yen esan eto credit efre yen obi wo ha anadwo okoda na oni credit ana ne ho titi no because anopa was otumi frɛ e happy morning show ne so into no we thank you and we appreciate the moye emaye enyina same.
Yo, a chill for John Kuma Sefa Dankwa producer and a pay FCC4 Sound Justice technical editor for Moses Mocha Muchamae Munya Bedamasi. This year, Monsakra Wechiro. Aha, and a break by my acquaint Ama Edijumidino SC. Yes, number Pochanapa 5:30 sharp.